we are very happy that at least, I'm using the word, at least Swami Bodhasarananda ji, now he is here. When he called me and said that my flight has been cancelled, I thought, my God, what will happen? So then, anyway, he immediately changed the other way and somehow he reached over here. And you know, nowadays it is always late and somehow he is here. Swami Bodhasarananda ji, he is currently serving as the Assistant General Secretary of the Ramakrishna Mott and Ramakrishna Mission at his headquarters in Belur Mott, West Bengal, India. He joined the Ramakrishna order at the Advaita Ashram, where he served as the manager of the publication department and as the editor of the esteemed monthly journal started by Swami Vivekananda in 1896 called Pabutra Bharata. He later became the president of the Advaita Ashrama, whose centers are located in Mayabati and Kolkata. He is the editor of the book Vivekananda, the Great Spiritual Teacher, a compilation, which presents a collection of 40 articles discussing the multifaceted personality of the contributions of Swami Vivekananda. Swami Bodhasarananda authored Stories from the Bhagavatam, a collection of tales from the Hindu text Bhagavatam. This book aims to uplift the minds of readers to a divine realm through rich mythological stories. He regularly speaks at various Ramakrishna Mott and Ramakrishna Mission events, youth and devotee conventions, spreading the message of Sri Ramakrishna, Sri Sarada Devi, and Swami Vivekananda. So now we all welcome Swami Bodhasarananda ji. I should not take much time, but I feel now proud to say that we grew up together in the Advaita Ashram, Calcutta, and we used to discuss about Swami Vivekananda, Chicago, and his achievements in America. Now, when I received him in the Chicago airport and was coming out, we were remembering that look at it. Here, both of us in the same city. So I welcome Swami Bodhasarananda ji, but before that, Shilpa, are you going to chant some mantra? Shilpa, please come. I will request Shilpa to start with the Ganesh vandana, and then the Swami will speak. I invite you all tomorrow also to come to Homar Glen. So please come to Homar Glen from 11 to 12. There also he will speak. And then for our 12th, we are all going to Ganges. So we'll be in Ganges and have the lunch time. You have to carry your own lunch. We will share there and we'll enjoy his company. Please come. Shilpa.
Ajam nirvikalpam nirakaramekam niranandamanandam advaitapurnam param nirgunam nirvishesham niriham parabrahmarupam Ganesham bhajema gunatitamanam chidanandarupam chidabhasakam sarvagam jnanagamyam मुनिध्येयमाकाशरूपं परेशं परब्रह्मरूपं गणेशं भजेमा जगत्कारणं कारणज्ञानरूपं सुरादिं सुखादिं गुणेशं गणेशं जगद्व्यापिनं विश्ववन्द्यं सुरेशं परब्रह्मरूपं गणेशं भजेमा परब्रह्मरूपं गणेशं भजेमा.
ॐ स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः. Revered Swami Ishatmanand Ji Maharaj and their devotees. So hearty congratulations to all of you from Belur Math, the source of Ramakrishna movement. I arrived just a little while ago, had a bath, and now I am before you. As Swami Ishatmanji has already told you, that we were together for at least 10 years in Advaita Ashram, where I joined and stayed about 36 years there. I became manager, then I became trustee, I became president, and then I was forced to get out from there, and then I joined headquarters. Now I am in headquarters since last 13 years or so. Anyway, it is a pleasure to see all of you here. I had also great hope and expectation that one day I will come to the place of this one, Chicago, the home, away from home of Swami Vivekananda. And today I find myself before you. Today is a very auspicious day, Raksha Bandhan, the holy birthday of Swami Niranjananandji Maharaj, one of the direct disciples of Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa Deva. And another important incident that took place on this particular day is, this is called Rakhi Purnima Day, when Swami Vivekananda went to Baba Amarnath in Kashmir to have his darshan. Hardly, he was only for few minutes in that holy cave when he came face to face with Lord Shiva, and he was granted a great boon that is called Ichha Mrityu, that took place on this particular day. So it is a memorial day in the life of Swami Vivekananda. You are aware about Sri Ramakrishna's life. Most of you have read about him. Christopher Isherhood. He doesn't approach Sri Ramakrishna as a mystic or a saint or an incarnation of God, because he feels if I treat him like that, then many may get attracted while others will repel. So he calls him as a great phenomenon. And he says a phenomenon is something extraordinary and mysterious. So then so many other people also have attempted. They were attracted by the divine life of Sri Ramakrishna. Swami Shardanandaji Maharaj, who wrote the detailed and authentic life of Sri Ramakrishna. So his approach was somewhat different. Then afterwards, Max Muller, he also came across some articles about Sri Ramakrishna in Brahmavadin, and some other articles also he had read somewhere. And he became so fascinated that he wrote one article, The Great Mahatman in the 19th Century. Swami Vivekananda, on reading that one, was too happy that he visited Max Muller, a great professor in Harvard University, 3 times along with Swami Abhedanandaji. So he encouraged Max Muller to write a detailed life of Sri Ramakrishna. But that time no material was available. Swami Vivekananda supplied him some more material. Whatever books were published that time, he sent him. And also compiled the teachings of Sri Ramakrishna, which were added to that book. Ultimately, in 1898, Max Muller brought out the first detailed life of Sri Ramakrishna, his life and sayings. As a result, the message and life of Sri Ramakrishna became very popular in whole of Western world. Then afterwards we find Max Muller. After him comes Romarola, a French laureate. He was also inspired by reading some preliminary essays on Sri Ramakrishna from Face of Silence by Dhan Gopal Mukherjee. Then afterwards he wrote a detailed life which was published in 1929 or so. Later on he wrote one more book on Swami Vivekananda in French, and simultaneously it was translated into English by Advaita Ashrama in Calcutta, and then simultaneously in other languages also this book was translated. So afterwards, Richard Shipman, Christopher Isherhood, and so many other people wrote books on Sri Ramakrishna. Now, in almost all the languages, a lot of corpus is available on Sri Ramakrishna. So you will find that there is something mysterious, an aura of mystery about Sri Ramakrishna. And this you see right from the beginning of his life. Even before he was born, Khudiram, his father, he had gone to Gaya, about, say, 400 kilometers away from Calcutta, to pray in the Vishnu temple. When he was sleeping there, he had a vision of Lord Vishnu. Lord Vishnu implored him that I'll be born as your son. But Khudiram, he begged apology from him. No, I am a very poor man and I will not be able to maintain you. He told, no, whatever you eat, I will partake of it. I will be happy if I am born as your son. So this is before Sri Ramakrishna was born. So now we are constructing one center there, Ramakrishna Mission Center at Gaya. So I am taking a lead role in that one. Just I returned from that place only Just last week only I returned from there. And then Chandramani Devi, mother of Sri Ramakrishna, she was that time in Kamarpukur, just in front of a Shiva temple. When she found that celestial light was coming out, was issuing forth from the image of Shiva, then it entered into his womb. And in no time she felt she was big with a child. So many biographers, they have written about Sri Ramakrishna, but nobody has touched, nobody has raised this question, whether Sri Ramakrishna is an incarnation of Vishnu or Shiva. So nobody has touched, they have left this for us to answer. And then later on, Sri Ramakrishna himself says to Swami Vivekananda and other disciples, one who was Rama and one who was Krishna is born as Sri Ramakrishna in this body. So you find a type of harmony in the life of Sri Ramakrishna right from the beginning. And when Sri Ramakrishna was born, and right from the beginning, he used to be immersed in meditation. So he had a lot of revelations, lot of visions, and always he used to be immersed in deep meditation. So many revelations he had right from the beginning. And then those who came in company with him, they were also completely transformed. So Bhairavi Brahmani, when she came in contact with Sri Ramakrishna, she found that he is something extraordinary. He is not an ordinary person. He is an incarnation of God. So Mathur Babu, who was the owner of the Kali temple at Dakshineshwar, then he challenged, I say that he is not an ordinary person, he is an incarnation. So he simply smiled. He told, yes, in Bhagavatam also, there is mention of 24 incarnations. So maybe he is one like that one. She told, no, he is an incarnation. You bring all the great Pandits, all the great scholars who are in Calcutta, I will debate with them and I prove that he is an incarnation of God. Then Vaishnav Charan, he came, he also found certain elements, rare elements, divine elements in Sri Ramakrishna, which are not ordinarily found, and he also told, yes, he is an incarnation of God. Then another Gauri Pandit, he was a strange person. He used to do Havan or Homa on his left hand. About 40 kg of wood he will keep on his hand and offer this Homa, perform Homa. It is something extraordinary, unbelievable. But Sri Ramakrishna has told us we cannot disbelieve it. So he was also a great saint and spent most of his time in the company of Sri Ramakrishna. When he heard that Vaishnav Charan says that Sri Ramakrishna is an incarnation, he said, no, I don't agree. Sri Ramakrishna is coming from that source from where other incarnations have come. So he uplifted him to a different category. So many great teachers who came to teach Sri Ramakrishna, they adored him in the end. Totapuri Maharaj, he himself said, it took me 30 years to get Nirvikalpa Samadhi, the greatest realization in Advaita Vedanta. Whereas Sri Ramakrishna, just in 3 days, he had that divine experience. So he also was in high appreciation of Sri Ramakrishna. Then others also, one Jatadhari, he always used to carry one child Rama's image. And it was a living God. He could see the divine play of Lord Rama in that figure. Every time playing with him, going to Ganga, taking bath, nobody could see, but he could see. And when he came to Dakshineshwar, Sri Ramakrishna also had the same vision. He found the living God in that image. Then the child Rama, he fell in love with Sri Ramakrishna Then he didn't go with the Jatadhari, he remained with Sri Ramakrishna. Unfortunately, after the passing away of Sri Ramakrishna, that image was stolen by somebody. So all these great teachers who came in company with Sri Ramakrishna were deeply fascinated by his divine life. So like that, everybody we find was completely changed. Then Mathur Babu, who was with Sri Ramakrishna for about 14 years, Rani Rasmani served Sri Ramakrishna for long 6 years. After her passing away, Mathur Babu took the charge, and like a shadow, he moved with Sri Ramakrishna and served him. Whenever Sri Ramakrishna used to fall sick, he will take him to doctor. Suppose some great teacher has come to Calcutta, Sri Ramakrishna was eager to see him and converse with him. Mathur Babu will take him. So like a shadow, he will be always with him. So one day, when he was sitting in his house, and Sri Ramakrishna was just walking on the veranda just opposite to that kuti body, he saw that when Sri Ramakrishna was going this side, he found Mother Kali is walking this side. And when he was coming in the opposite way, he found Lord Shiva is coming. So this happened for 3 or 4 times. He couldn't believe his eyes. He rushed and fell prostrate at the feet of Sri Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna was just hardly maybe 20, 22 years old, very young boy. And he was the owner of the whole temple, a great landlord, very rich man. So Sri Ramakrishna felt very embarrassed. He told, "What is this? What is this? You stand up. People will think you have become mad." No, what I am seeing. He told, no, I am saying Ramakrishna. You don't worry about it. So 3 times he saw when Sri Ramakrishna was walking this side, and he found Mother Kali in him. And when he was returning, he found Lord Shiva in him. So many gods and gods have merged in him. And when he was performing various sadhanas, according to Hinduism or according to this Christianity or Islam, he had the visions of so many gods and goddesses, and most of them merged in his person. Most of them, they merged in his person. So this you don't find in any other incarnation. So this protean capacity to assume so many forms of gods and goddesses and incarnations, and then yet remaining the same composure, is unique in the history of 5,000 years of Indian religion, that is Hinduism. So this is unique in the life of Sri Ramakrishna. He had the vision of Sri Krishna, he had vision of Radha, he had the vision of Christ, he had the vision of Muhammad also, and then Veer Hanuman, Sita Devi, and so many, this one. So he could contain their divine presence in himself because they merged in his person, which you don't find in the history of any other incarnation. So when Bhairavi Brahmani came to teach him, one day she was offering some food to her Ishtam, that is Lord Gauranga and Sri Krishna. She was deep in meditation. She had offered food to them, and Sri Ramakrishna, in an ecstasy, came out of his room and then came to this Panchavati and then started eating that offerings. And after some time, when Bhairavi Brahmani opened her eyes, she felt so happy, but Sri Ramakrishna was embarrassed. She told, "What I have done? You had offered to God, and I have taken that one." She told, no, it is good. They are in you. I am very happy that you have accepted this one. So you find this one experience in the life of this Bhairavi Brahmani. Then another great saint was there, Gopalarma, Gopal's mother. She was a lover of child Gopala. She used to see right from morning till evening, every time that Gopala is playing with her. And he is demanding so many things and she had to oblige. She used to carry always that Gopala in her lap and take to different places. When she came to Sri Ramakrishna, she found that Gopala going to Sri Ramakrishna, and then he became one with Sri Ramakrishna. Then he was not willing to go with Gopal's mother. So she was also happy. So such experiences you won't find in the lives of other saints. This is something peculiar with Sri Ramakrishna only. Swami Vivekananda saw in Sri Ramakrishna the fulfillment of all highest ideals of renunciation, of love of God. So everything he found in Sri Ramakrishna, highest truths he found in Sri Ramakrishna. And whereas his disciples, Sri Ramakrishna's disciples, suppose Swami Turiyanandaji, whom Swami Vivekananda had sent to America to preach Vedanta, but afterwards when Swami Vivekananda passed away, he came to India, and then afterwards he went to Jagannath Dham at Puri. One day he was going to pay obeisance to the temple deity. He was climbing stairs. Then he had a vision of Sri Ramakrishna coming out from the main temple. Then he flat there. He fell flat there in Shashtanga. And then he was about to touch the feet of Sri Ramakrishna. He couldn't see it. He couldn't touch them. When he raised his head, he found Sri Ramakrishna is not there. So Jagannath Prabhu, he showed to him that now I have come in this age as Sri Ramakrishna. So this left a deep impact on the mind of Swami Turiyanandaji Maharaj. Similarly, Swami Shivanandaji Maharaj, another direct disciple of Sri Ramakrishna, when he had become quite aged, sometime in 1929, he had gone to Varanasi to practice austerities. He was staying there. Then one day, early in the morning, he was an early riser. At about 4 o'clock, he was meditating, and all the doors and windows were closed. Suddenly, he found that white light is emanating in the whole room. He found that Lord Shiva with jata and with 3 eyes, and white light is emanating from his being. He couldn't look at him. It was dazzling light. Afterwards, slowly light was diffused, and in that place Sri Ramakrishna stood and told Swami Shivanandaji Maharaj that you will have to stay for some more years and you have to work for me. So he got an idea that one who is Shiva at Varanasi has come in the form of Lord Sri Ramakrishna. So like that, so many sadhus, so many people had vision of Sri Ramakrishna in various ways. Swami Premanandji, when he went to Puri, there he found one Christian father, he was preaching, and then so many people, they were getting disturbed. Then Swami Premanandji also, he went and told him, don't do this in this holy place. Then that father went away. During midnight, Sri Ramakrishna revealed to him, why did you dissuade him from preaching? He was also doing my work. You go and beg apology from him. So whole night he went and searched for that father and begged apology for him. So he had, you see, he found now Sri Ramakrishna, that Christ is in Sri Ramakrishna. And Sri Ramakrishna himself says, Jesus Christ, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and I are one and the same thing. So you find so many incarnations in Sri Ramakrishna. And Swami Abhedanandaji also, he had also a vision when he found so many gods and goddesses were merging in the person of Sri Ramakrishna. Then afterwards, he composed one beautiful song in Sanskrit where he has mentioned this aspect of Sri Ramakrishna. How so many gods and goddesses have merged in the person of Sri Ramakrishna. So one main characteristic of an incarnation is that he is Mukti Data, is a great savior. So many people who have been struggling in divine life, in spiritual life, and are very eager to have that some realization. So when an incarnation comes, all of these people, they come near him to get solace and salvation. So when you read the life of Sri Ramakrishna, you will find so many people flocking near him, and within no time they got realization of God. So another person, as I told you, you have read about Sri Ramakrishna, so many his teachings and so many books written by so many persons. So it is easy to read about his life, you can understand something. But an incarnation has two aspects. One is historical or temporal. That is one aspect. Yes, you read books, you get inspired, you can know so many things about him. But there is another one that is transcendental and that eternal life. So unless we get grace of God, grace of Sri Ramakrishna himself, it is not possible to understand that transcendental aspect of an incarnation. So for that we have to strive very hard. Then only we can have that his grace and we can understand his that divine aspect. So one is historical or temporal aspect of an incarnation, which we read about his books from various books, and then another is his transcendental or his eternal life. Then another aspect that we find when a great incarnation comes, then he sets in motion a great wave and it spreads everywhere. Swami Vivekananda, when he returned from the West, one day he says, it is miraculous. You see, a person completely illiterate, born and brought up in a remote village about which nobody knows, yet today he is worshipped. So many great people are coming to him and they are worshipping him. And in future, more hundreds and thousands of people will worship him. So during his lifetime itself, people started accepting him and worshipping him. So such divine power is emanating from him and spreading everywhere. That's why it has set in motion a global movement, what we call as Ramakrishna movement or Vedanta movement in the West. And people are getting influenced and getting attracted towards Sri Ramakrishna. Then another aspect that I find in the life of an incarnation, when he comes, he gives rise to so many global organizations. So it is not only a Ramakrishna movement that is spreading his name. So other global organizations also like Sharda Mat or Ramakrishna Sharda Mission, then Vivekananda Yuva Mahamandal, another is Akhil Bharatiya Viveka Mahamandal is there. And then many other institutions are coming up in the name of Sri Ramakrishna. So many. That's why a great wave is going in India and outside also. So I have gone to various places in the world and I am simply overwhelmed how people are accepting Sri Ramakrishna. And those who haven't heard about him, they also had a vision about him. Frank Dorak, he came in company of Swami Abhedanji. He had also a divine vision of Sri Ramakrishna, though he hadn't seen his photograph. But the impact of that vision was so great that he drew his photograph and it was very close to his likeness. Swami Shivanandaji and Abhedanji, they say it was very close to his likeness. Without seeing that, see the impact of that vision was so great that as it is, he could depict that one. Then Mrs. Wheeler's story, you know, she used to stay near Montclair, near New York City. Swami Shardanandaji, when he went to her house, she was very devoted. So he used to narrate about some divine incidents about Sri Ramakrishna to her. And one day he took out one photograph which he had kept in his diary in his pocket. Then he told, yes, this is my teacher. Thus she was simply amazed. Oh, is this the face? He told, why you are getting so much surprise? Then she narrated when she was quite young, she was very sick. She was practically on deathbed and doctors had left all hopes. Then Sri Ramakrishna appeared near her deathbed, then touched her head, and slowly temperature came down, abated, and then she became all right. Then whenever she used to hear or read that some Indian saint has come to America, she will run there just to have his darshan. But she used to get disappointed, no, this is not the face. Now, after so many years, I am seeing this divine face. So she hadn't heard about Sri Ramakrishna, she hadn't seen about Sri Ramakrishna's photograph or anything, yet see how Sri Ramakrishna came in her being. So like there so many stories are there, how Sri Ramakrishna of his own, maybe in our past lives we had got some good actions, so because of that we are having that divine, that his darshan. So I will not take much time. So I am completely exhausted, traveling all the way from India, from Calcutta to Delhi, Delhi to New York, and from here. So more than, I think, 25 hours I'm simply traveling, completely exhausted. So anyway, it is good that I'm able to see you. And tomorrow also I will have talk at Glen Park and Glen Home. So with these few words, I pray to Sri Ramakrishna to give us new hope, new light, new energy, and new motivation so that we go and study him deeply in our lives. Thank you very much. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat.
I'm really very happy that, and see the energy. So today, really, I was wondering whether he will be able to come and stand, but he could. Now, he is the person who inspired me to come to Chicago, the Swami Bodhasarananda, and our Shupti Babu, Shupti Lahiri, and also the person that the young man you have seen, Sumit. They are the people who planned this thing, all this thing that you see and all this thing. So I got the Supti Babu today and also Bodhasarananda. So on our behalf, we have given a small gift through Supti Babu to him. Thank you for coming over here, Swami Bodhasarananda ji. And another 1 or 2 hours you have to take, then afterwards you can take rest. From here, we will go and stand on the door, so please come and greet. Go down to our Naimisharana hall. There, again, you can meet the Swami. And then from here, we will go to Hindu temple Lemont, because they have invited us. No talk, only just we will go. And because this is a very holy day, we will visit the Hindu temple. Then we'll go back to our Omar Glen. Tomorrow morning, 11 o'clock again, we will meet him. Thank you very much. Let us say Shanti 3 times. Please repeat after me. Om Shanti. 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 Harihi Om. Tat Sat. Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. You know, friends, the fall banquet committee, so it's a sort of a fundraising. So they were asking